Hi guys, this is Gail with Gail's Southern Living. Today I'm doing a Healthy Goals Wednesday video for #HGW, hosted by my channel and Heather from Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. So today I'm going to be doing some meal prepping for my lunches. And I have this red onion. I'm going to cut it. Some people call it purple. And I'm just going to do a little slit here. Take off another layer. I like to get some of the layers off, at least the first layer off, in case they put chemicals on the food that I bought at the store, because these are from the store and not homegrown. Alright, so there's that part. I'll throw that scrap away here in a bit. I have this nice paring knife here. Just going to cut it in half. And so part of my meal prep is chopping this onion, and I have my 4 containers here, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. Alright, so there's the onion, and then I'm going to do some bell pepper. I went ahead and picked them even if they were tiny, just because I saw some bugs out there and I'm just afraid that they're going to take everything. So I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick them, and maybe it'll help me to, it'll grow a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit of fertilizer, and we'll see what happens if I can keep the bell peppers going. But just in case this is my last crop, I wanted to get every last little bitty piece that I could. Alright, step 2 is chopping the bell pepper. I went ahead and removed the seeds. I'm just going to chop this up, and I have 4 containers. So I'm just going to divide the bell peppers, the onion, and the other ingredient into 4 containers, and then I'm going to do a sauce. So let me get these chopped. Okay, for the next step, I'm going to divide the veggies between my containers here. So we're going to do a little bit of bell pepper in each one. A little bit more in that one. You could also use Ziploc bags instead of containers. I just did whatever I could find today, which happened to be 3 plastic ones and 1 glass. I prefer the glass, but I have other glass containers that I'm using for something else, so had to do with what was available. So then we're going to do some onion. There's some onion in each one. Okay. I think I'm going to save a little of this onion here for some stir fry we're going to have tonight. All right, so the next step, and this is the tedious part for me, and that is to cut the chicken. So what I'm making here is like fajitas that you would eat at lunch. So all your ingredients would be in the same bowl. You would take it out in the morning or an hour or so before and thaw it. And it's also going to have sauce. So it's going to be your bell pepper, onion, chicken, and sauce. And then you'll add it to your tortilla and whatever other additives you're going to add. So one chicken breast is about 4 ounces. So that is about a serving. I do cut out some of the fat off of the chicken. If it seems pretty easy to remove, I'll go ahead and remove it. Piece of stringy fat there I think I can get. Maybe. Okay. Ready. Just cut it in small, sorry it's very screechy, small bite-sized pieces. You're going to eat it like a fajita. And you could actually season this with Mexican type seasonings, and I have done that, but I'm not going to do that one today. Almost done, almost got it. That's why I said this is the tedious part. Let's see if I can get a little bit of the fat off of this one piece right here. There we go, I got some of it. There you go. And then I'll just throw that part away. Alright. So this is what would take you long when you're doing your lunch, is chopping your veggies and chopping up your meat. So we're going to start with this one. Okay, so we're going to add 1 whole chicken thigh. You could do a breast, you could do any other, you could also do hamburger, I guess. And I do hamburger some days. But today, for this day, so I will put these in the freezer, and this will be 4 days of meal prepped chicken fajitas, we're going to call them, even though I'm not going to really flavor them like fajitas. See if I can get that last, I'm having trouble getting the last couple of pieces off of the, there we go. Finally, I knew I'd be fighting with the chicken to get it in the bowl. Let's see. There we go. All right. So you got the concept of that. You're cutting it into bite-sized pieces. You already have your bell pepper, your onion, your chicken. Now you're going to pour in some sauce. So I have this G. Hughes brand sugar-free sesame teriyaki. So this will be 1 day of lunch. All I have to do is thaw it a bit, and then I'll add this onto a tortilla. I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like when it's cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the freezer. I'll come back and show you what this looks like all cooked, but this will be 4 days worth of lunches, but actually it'll be 3 because I'm going to eat one of them today. Okay, so I had some pre-prepped fajitas, chicken fajitas with bell pepper and onion and sauce. So that's what I'm going to have for lunch. It's looking and smelling very good. Let's still needs a little bit more cooking. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Here's my lunch. Let's give it a try. All right, here's my chicken fajita for lunch. Doesn't that look good and colorful? Yummy, yummy. I have to eat it like this because the almond flour tortilla falls apart. But doesn't that look delicious? Look at that. So colorful. Homegrown tomatoes. Mmm. Thank you guys for watching my Healthy Goes Wednesday video. Please add in a video of your own if you would like. We'll add it to the playlist. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day. Be blessed. Do something kind, guys. Bye, everybody.